This is the Apple 1-month overview reading for October 2022. It's currently September 23rd, 2022, 6:52 p.m. Eastern Time. The overall theme and behavior for the month is a rally that offers an opportunity to open up a short position or protect against long positions or take profits. It's crossed with a big move to the upside that'll stand out on a 1-month chart. This is a very bearish reading, guys. We have the unicursal at the high. And then you mix that with the theme card being the Princess of Wands. Super bearish. Before I go any further, guys, if you haven't done so already, please take a moment and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out. It really helps the channel. And don't forget to check out, if you don't know what the rule of karma is, when you're following this information to actually trade, it's important that you follow the rule of karma. If you want this information to be effective for you, it's important that you follow the rule of karma. There's a video on that, so go check it out after this video. And don't forget to share with somebody you think it'll help. That really also helps a lot. Much appreciated for watching. So again, it's super bearish. We have a bit of a relief rally, it looks like, at the beginning of the month. Matter of fact, before we go any further, let's do a review of the 1 year and the September one. All right, so September reading. We have a high and a low at the beginning of the month. We start September where these lines are, and you can see we have a high on the 2nd. So we were off by like 1 day, really, but there's a high on the 2nd followed by a low, right? Decline continues, and then it kind of turns around. We have around the 7th, there's a big push to the upside. That's the adjustment card, some price swings the following day, and then Valor, we break through some resistances. Into the 12th, there's a rally along diagonal trend line, breaking through horizontal resistance. I mean, boom, and then we have a high between the 12th and the 14th, and what do we have? We have a high on the 13th. Boom, right there, guys. Followed by a deep low. I'm sure I brought up a low or an important trough here on the 16th, or maybe moving into the 21st. You can see on the 16th, important low. 22nd, we had a drop. And now what we should see is, for the remainder of September, we should see a little bit of a move, possibly after a drop over the weekend. There should be a bit of a move to the upside at the very end of the month, and a little bit of a relief rally, like I said, in October, possibly. When we look at the 1 year, we were on point with Apple, guys. This was like... So this is year-to-date chart. All right, so we have a high in January. Let me do that again. Okay, so we have our first high in January. These vertical lines separate the months. We have our first high in January, right? There's a high in January. There's a high in February. Looks like we have another high in February, right? Then there's a low in March. Boom, we go for a serious low in March. And then we go for another high in April. And boom, in April we have another high. June we had a low. May, June, there's a low in June. Boom, low there. Some trade opportunities here in July. Trade opportunity at the beginning of the month. Trade opportunity at the end of the month to cash in. Right here. And then we have a low in September. We had another low in September. So what we should see is a bit of a relief rally early, maybe at the very end of this month and into early October. But we have another low in November, followed by a high in the end of December. So a low in November, another year low correlation in November. So we probably retest these lows from June, July here in November. And then we should see a spike to the upside towards the end, out of the low and towards the end of December, it looks like. But the sneak preview for the following year, for 2023, is a failed attempt to break through key resistance, followed by a decline through key support, and that's on a 1-year chart. My sense is that Apple's really, as a technology, well, as a phone and technology company, like, that everybody needs to have, they're kind of on the end of that cycle is my sense. They'll have another one, but it'll be in a different kind of industry. They're going to be more of like a sharper images, medical devices kind of thing. Just way more widely held than sharper images. But in any case, that's on point 1 year. So let's get into the October, my friends. All right, so we have a low at the beginning of the month. There's a notable decline there in the first 2 days, like the 3rd and the 4th. So we have a low there. There's an important piece of information, maybe like a speech or something that comes out around the 5th, and we have a move higher through resistance followed by a decline through key support on a 1 month chart. That's for the 5th, and then on the 6th, multiple headwinds push shares lower. Looks like we probably have a crest at the end of the day on the 5th. And then a big spike to the upside, unexpected reversal towards the late morning on the 7th, and a big spike to the upside, high at the end of the day, or a day's high at the end of the day on the 7th. And then it looks like we have quite a bit of I'm advised to buy some protection here on the 4th, or a matter of fact, yeah, on the 30th, I should, if I'm going to be trading Apple, what I'll do is I'll buy protection on the 30th, or puts on the 30th of September. That would expire probably out in November. Any case, so we have the following week on the 10th, we have a lot of movement. Like there's a bunch of cross-ticker congruencies for the October readings. They all have like a jumble of like a high and a low here. So there's going to be some real whipsaw action here, guys. And a big move higher out of a low, it looks like. That big move higher does offer an opportunity to open up a short position again. A fake out on the 11th, and it looks like I'm advised to delay. The time is not right, or whatever I'll be thinking about there. Probably a trade is not right time to close it there on the 11th. On the 12th, we have a rally that increases with momentum moving into the end of the day, and then the completion of a rally on the 13th, followed by a notable reversal on a 1 month chart on the 14th. So we likely do another low here on the 14th if it's anything like the S&P 500 October. And then we have some volatility and an important resistance that's highlighted on the 17th. On the 18th, another crest or an important high. I think likely the 10th or the 11th is the high for the month. Either that or right here around the 5th, 6th. But then we have another important crest or a prominent high that forms on the 18th. I'm advised to be cautious there. Multiple false tops or multiple false bottoms or some sort of fake out. On the 19th, there's a period of volatility that ends with a fast sudden move to the upside. And at the end of the day, it looks like there's a day's high towards the mid-afternoon. And from there, we have selling from overbought territory on RSI. Decline continues quite substantially the following day. We may open higher. It's hard to determine, but we're going to decline pretty hard, and it'll increase with momentum as we move forward into the 21st. There's another prominent trough or low on the 21st, and a big move out of that, even in spite of seemingly overwhelming headwinds. In that big spike to the upside, on the 21st, I'm advised to open up some protection. Whatever that move to the upside is, there's a succession of it on the 24th, important price level, technical price level on a 1 month chart and probably a 1 year chart is highlighted on the 24th, and then we have crisscrossing back and forth through that price level on the 25th, revisiting a crest that was recently a past opportunity. On a 1 month chart, that could be like a week out, maybe. And then on the 26th, we have in the midst of a rally to meet a resistance level that stands out on a 1 month chart. We break down from that resistance level with consecutively lower spikes up on the way down. We have another month's low or trough here on the 27th. And then on the 28th, we probably open up higher than our close on the 27th. But we declined pretty hard through multiple support levels into what appears to be a month's low on the 31st. And then also an opportunity on the 31st to open up a long position, at least for a swing trade. Sneak preview for the following month is equal amounts of inflow and outflow, bulls and bears, and sideways rotation moving along a key support level on a on a 1 month chart, we'll say, or a year-to-date chart. And that's Apple for October 2022, my friends. Let me know what you think by hitting that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And most importantly, follow that rule of karma, my friends. A little bit forward, a little bit backwards, and make sure you spend it out of love. As long as you spend it out of love, the universe is going to send it back to you tenfold in all directions, my friends. I'll see you on the next one.